All right, peeps, what's going on? How are you doing? Doing a recap of the Celtic and the AC Milan game. And first things first, man, this was a shocking result. I mean, I was expecting Ibrahimovic to go off today, but surprisingly, Ibrahimovic had a pretty quiet game tonight, but still, it doesn't matter because they still managed to get the win. So that's what matters. And I mean, really, the game tonight was really crazy, because AC Milan, on the other hand, I think they could be really good Europa League favorites for this year. If I'm being honest with you people here, just because I was actually pretty impressed with the way how AC Milan, played tonight, especially in terms of team chemistry, not relying on Ibrahimovic, and they managed to get the win tonight. So, a big win for them, and I think they're gonna go all the way this year. If I'm being honest, let's just put it that way. Because even though Ibrahimovic didn't score today, man, they still just put up a great fight. Especially like I noticed a lot of long balls in this game. That's what I noticed from Celtic is that they were trying to beat Milan on the deep balls today, and sure enough, they were able just to beat them on the deep balls, and that's what allowed them to win the game. So yeah, it's crazy. I'm trying to edit the stream right now just because I'm trying to change the thumbnail just because like I don't know why it shows the previous thumbnail. Like it shouldn't be showing that at all, you know. Yeah. So let's just put it that way. And hey, that game, the second half though, I have to say was way better than the first half. I'm being honest here, because second half, well, I mean, first half was pretty good. I still have to say, just because like for them to score and not even have to rely on Ibrahimovic is crazy, because AC Milan, they they're a team that I picked to go all the way this year. As a Celtic fan, I'm dissatisfied. I understand, but hey, I mean, you guys got outplayed today. I feel like you guys got outplayed by a way better Milan team. So, but I mean, I still think you guys are gonna be able to qualify as long as your team chemistry is going to be in top shape. I mean, I barely watch Celtic, but from the looks of it, Celtic were fighting back in this game. After they scored a header, I thought they were going to get that momentum, because once the other team gets that first goal, and then they can find the second goal. But now it just looks like that. AC Milan were able to finish off the job in the last play of the game. Like the last play of the game was pretty crazy, I have to say, especially like with that long pass, and then for that Milan player to net in that third. It just goes to show you that AC Milan, they are a dark horse team in my opinion this year. Just a complete dark horse team. Well, I wouldn't say dark horse team, because I mean they're number one in the Serie A, but I was impressed with AC Milan's performance. Like I'm happy for them that they won, and I'm gonna be pulling for them to actually win the Europa League, just because watching them once again be that team that they used to be, and then go back to their old glory days would be really fun. So yeah, once again be that team that they used to. But for AC Milan today, I don't know why Ibrahimovic didn't have a good game. Like he was just quiet today, or did he even play today? I don't think I saw Ibrahimovic play at all today. But regardless, I mean AC Milan, they managed to get the win despite Ibrahimovic not scoring. And speaking of Ibrahimovic, I have to say that I think that Ibrahimovic still deserves um, to be a nomination for Ballon d'Or, because for him to be doing this good at the age of 39, imagine a 39-year-old Ibrahimovic winning the Ballon d'Or. That'd be absolutely crazy. I would be very surprised if Ibrahimovic were to win the Ballon d'Or. Because Ibrahimovic, I mean, I do think he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or if he continues his fine goal scoring form for Milan. But hey, tonight was just AC Milan's day. In Celtic, I have to say in the first part of the game, they played well. They put up some good resistance, I have to say. But it's just that at the end of the game, man, AC Milan just controlled this game, and they got the win. So that's what matters at the end of the day, is how you can control the game and whether or not you can get the goals. I don't know why it's showing the thumbnail for yesterday's video. It's so stupid. It must be a YouTube glitch or something, because, I changed the thumbnail for the video, and it kind of bothers me, but because I don't want people thinking that it's a misleading thumbnail, because it's really whatever. But I mean, I'm gonna go to the subreddit right now. That's what I'm probably gonna do, and see what people have to say about this game. So yeah, let's go to the subreddit and see what opinions people have of this game. You know. Gonna go to the subreddits. Because there are a bunch of other great games today, you know. I think that somebody in my stream said that Tottenham's winning the Europa League. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I would love to see a Tottenham AC Milan Europa League final. That'd be pretty cool actually to watch a Spurs Milan final. Like that would be the ultimate dream come true. But regardless whether or not it's gonna happen, that's still too early to predict. But that'd be a nice matchup. So I can say that would be pretty chill for that final to occur. All right, let's see. Let me go to the AC Milan soccer subreddit, because I imagine that the soccer subreddit right there is going pretty crazy. Because yeah, I do a lot of redditing. You know, I spend a lot of time on the soccer subreddit because, you know, it's my favorite subreddit. Post-match threats: Celtic versus Milan. Let's see what they have to say about the game. Three goals by substitutes. Oh, I didn't know those guys that scored were substitutes. I thought they were like regular starting 11 players for AC Milan, but it looks like they were substitutes, you know. So, hey, if AC Milan can get a lot out of their substitutes, then that's what can make them a pretty scary team, in my opinion. But, hey, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Arsenal, on the other hand, today, they made a crazy comeback against Rapid Vienna. Because it looked like that Arsenal were going to get upset in this game, but Rapid Vienna managed to get the job done. So, I mean, not Rapid Vienna. Arsenal managed to get the job done, so kudos to them. You know, and Bayer Leverkusen absolutely hammered Nice 6-2 today. Cluj Napoca beat CSK Sofia 2-0. Molde win 2-1 against Dunajec. Then Slavia Prague lose 3-1 against Hapoel Bear. Benfica win 4-2 again against Lech Poznan. Nunes scores a hat-trick today. Alkmaar win 1-0 against Napoli. That's a shocker. Nicosia and Salonika draw 1-1. Granada wins 2-1 against PSV. That's a shocker. I thought PSV was going to win that. I didn't know Mario Götze actually played for PSV, because I thought he was still playing at Dortmund, but it looks like now he's at PSV Eindhoven. Brahim and Haag, they're the ones that scored one of the goals today. Oh man, so many games today. Real Sociedad wins 1-0 against Rijeka. Rangers win 2-0 against Standard Liège. AS Roma wins 2-1 against Young Boys. Braga wins 3-0 against Athens. And Krunic, Diaz, and Haga each scored a G today. All scored a G. So that's crazy that a substitution would score 3 goals today. Like, that's the crazy part about this game. Like, I didn't think that the way how this game would end was that AC Milan substitutions score 3 goals today, but the way how it ended was pretty crazy. And Ibrahimovic was substituted off for Leao, so Ibra had an awfully quiet game tonight. But hey, I hope that Ibrahimovic goes off in the next game, because that's the thing about watching AC Milan still, is that Ibrahimovic, a 39-year-old Ibrahimovic, is just playing like he's in his prime again. So just goes to show that age is just a number, and age doesn't stop Zlatan from scoring. That's the crazy part. Rangers got good result. I don't know too much about the Rangers, but hey, looks like it's a great win for them, especially since it's the first leg. It could make the biggest difference for them. So, yeah, because the thing that really surprised me about this game tonight was that goal at the end, you know, from Jens Peter Hage. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but for him just to get that long ball, make that nice run, and then just poke it past the keeper was crazy. Then we got Dynamo Zagreb and Feyenoord. They drew 0-0, and then Leicester won 3-0 against Luhansk. Then Liberec won 1-0 against Ghent, and then Antwerp. And the rest of the games are just small teams. Then Tottenham, they won 3-0 against Linz today. Big win for them. Hoffenheim won 2-0 against Red Star Belgrade. And CSKA Moscow and Wolfsberger both draw 1-1. So it was a pretty alright day for the matches, I have to say. But the biggest shocker tonight was definitely the Arsenal game. Like, that was a great comeback for David Luiz, and then for Aubameyang to score that game winner. Just goes to show you that Arsenal, they can maybe go far if just the managerial tactics are right. But I can imagine them going against Tottenham this Europa League tournament. You know, maybe like in the knockouts or something if they manage to qualify. What's going on, Alexandro? How you doing? Welcome to my live stream. What do I think about the El Clasico this weekend? Oh man, that's gonna be a hell of a game to watch. I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to that. Of course, I think Barca are gonna win, but that is if they don't play very bad. Because if Barca plays bad, then Madrid can win. Because last El Clasico actually shocked me. For Barcelona to lose to Madrid despite them not having Ronaldo was a very massive shocker to me. But still, I have Barcelona winning the game. Of course, I'm going to do an Insta post-game recap of the El Clasico because I'm definitely looking forward to that. Without Suarez, I mean, I don't think that Suarez is really a big loss for Barcelona because, I mean, that is if Griezmann can step up. Because Barcelona, they look like they're still able to produce results even without Suarez. I mean, Suarez is already getting older, so I can understand why Barcelona shipped him off to Atletico. Just because, you know, Barcelona, the thing about Barcelona is that a lot of their players are already, you know, in their late 30s. And that means their form can start declining. I think that maybe the mistake that Barca are making is that they're holding on way too long to their older players instead of you know, going after new players like how Madrid did. Because that's the thing about Madrid is that they're constantly rebuilding, and that's why Madrid, you know, they could still be sleeper teams for the they could still be a sleeper team for all the future Champions League games. Because I mean, I don't know too much about Milan's scouting. I mean, Milan. I don't know too much about Madrid's scouting, but from the looks of it, their scouting has been pretty alright-ish. So I mean, I think Madrid still have a future with Federico Valverde, with Vinicius Jr., with who else? Not just those people, but I forgot who else do Madrid have, because my besides Sergio Ramos, you know, and Modric and Kroos, all those older players, because my brain is just all over the place right now. But I mean, it's gonna be a good El Clasico. I mean, I imagine that Messi's going to find a way to score against Madrid, because Messi's got to find a way to score this. Because the thing about Messi is that the last time he scored in an El Clasico game was, what, 2018 or so? I think that's the last time that Messi was able to score and all that. All right. Krunic today for AC Milan, though. Going back to this game, yeah, in the first half, Krunic, he played pretty well. I have to say he had a great goal. But in the second half, you know, he kind of underperformed, you know, because I feel like that in the second half his performance kind of dipped compared to the first half. But hey, AC Milan, I still think they could improve, you know, because they. I'm just reading the comment what it says on the subreddit. He was decent, and then the second half, he got a positive impression from him. Leao might have not been well on the pitch. He was totally. He just totally got marked today by one of the Celtic CBs. Yeah, Celtics center backs did some pretty great job, you know. I mean, I have to admit, Celtics back four did a great job of just containing Ibrahimovic today, so you got to give it up to them. But Kessie, on the other hand, he had a good game today for AC Milan. I have to say he was a monster in middle yet. Tonali, not so much. He will turn it on eventually. We've just seen enough of him at Brescia to know that he can be a very important player, but he hasn't made a real impact yet. The defensive job is performed better by Kessie. It was Tonali who totally fell asleep during the Celtic goal. Didn't follow his man hard enough and didn't even try to challenge for the ball. But the offensive job is performed better by Benacer. Right now, Tonali's the third best between the two. Kiar, man of the match. I have to say, yeah, Kiar did look pretty good today for AC Milan. So I guess he can get the man of the match. Because, I mean, I don't know who to give the man of the match award to. Because, I mean, if only Ibrahimovic had a great game today, obviously it would have definitely gone to him. But, hey, I guess you can see that Kiar today made a pretty decent performance. Hey, what's going on, Antonio? What's going on? How you doing? One of the favorites to win the Europa League. Yeah, but I mean, still too early to predict, but I'm just making some early impressions, you know. So, yeah. You guys want to see me stream any games? Let me know in the chat box. I thought about streaming a couple of games, because, like, once Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War comes out, I'm definitely going to stream the campaign. First half of Milan, just perfect. Second half, not that perfect, but really improved team. That's the thing about AC Milan, is that, like, even though they're still not, like, a top team, I think that they're definitely a big improved team, you know, if I'm being honest here. Because if AC Milan can show that they are an improved team, then slowly but surely, I believe they're going to make their way back to top European contention again. You know, I don't even know who Hogg is, but from the looks of it, he had a pretty decent game today for Milan. Oh, so Hogg is only 21 years old, and he already scored it today for Milan. So wow. So he plays as a winger for Italian club AC Milan, because I'm looking him up right now. And oh my gosh, that was his UEFA Europa League debut, and for him to score was pretty crazy. So hey, what a way for him to score and for him to get a first goal on the charts for AC Milan with the UEFA Europa League. The thing about the Europa League is that I'm surprised that they like have more teams in it compared to the Champions League, you know? Just because like in the Europa League, like I don't even know like how many teams play, but I always love it how they have way more teams there compared to regular Champions League, you know? So it's like they want to give the other teams some more competition, the Europa League compared to the Champions League and stuff. But aren't they supposed to like increase the format or something from what I read? I don't know. I don't want to sound off too misleading, but from what I've been, hearing news and all that stuff. BT Sports commentary. I didn't even listen to the commentary. Laxalt finally perform. Laxalt, didn't he like play for a different team? Who did Laxalt play before prior to his arrival at oh no, wait, Laxalt played for Celtic today. Forgot he played for Celtic. He played on loan today, so he's currently on loan at Celtic from Milan. But Kessie for Milan, I have to admit, I saw Kessie play tonight, and I think he did a really great job tonight for AC Milan. And I think he's going to be one of Milan's most important players, because I think that AC Milan are now trying to build their midfield around Kessie. And I think that if Kessie can, perform well consistently for Milan in midfield, then I do think that eventually Milan might have a future with him, and of course with Ibrahimovic. But I mean, the crazy part is who's going to replace Ibrahimovic once he officially leaves, because, I mean, realistically, how long is Ibrahimovic going to continue to play? Because he's, like, one of the oldest football players right now in Europe, if not the oldest football player. And I was just surprised to see how he's still able to perform all these great games for AC Milan, despite him being, 39 years old. Tough against Lille. Nah, I don't think it's going to be tough for Milan against Lille. I see Milan winning against OSC Lille, The thing about Kessie is that I do think that maybe Milan could go after another midfield to complement Kessie in midfield, because if they can complement him, then I think that AC Milan are going to maybe be a dark horse team with those midfielders, But still, I mean, hey, great win today for AC Milan, man. They got the 3 points. I didn't know what game to watch, so I just chose to watch the AC Milan Celtic game, and surprisingly, the second half for me was kind of boring. I actually liked the first half way more than the second half, just because I feel like the first half was way more competitive. Celtic were creating a lot of great chances, but it's just the only downside about Celtic in this game was their finishing. I feel like their finishing was absolutely subpar, and if only their finishing would have improved, then I think that they would have won the game today. Because Celtic, I have to admit, they still played pretty well. It's just their finishing. Finishing is the way how you win against a top team like AC Milan. And if only Celtic would have improved their finishing, then I think that Celtic would have definitely won tonight. But hey, that's just me. And they're playing really good in the Serie A. But I just wonder how they're going to perform the second half of the Serie, because that's when it also matters, is how you can perform in the second half, because just performing in the first half is just, in my opinion, only good. Well, I don't know if I'm sounding right, but I'm just saying that for AC Milan, they just need to be consistent. That's the thing. If AC Milan can just give off consistent performances, then I think they're going to be a really good competitive team, especially with Kessie, because, I mean, with Kessie and Hogg, I think that's how you pronounce it, because he's the guy that scored the third goal today. If they can just build around those guys, then hey, I think that AC Milan have a great future ahead of them, if I'm being honest here. Because I mean, really, I think that AC Milan are capable of producing results with them, And recently, AC Milan have been producing lots of results. So hey, I see them going far. I'm gonna look at the scores today versus Celtic. So who's got the highest score out of the Milan players? You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out too. Oh, I forgot the name of the website. I'm looking up a website where I can find the scores. You know. Okay. So I'm looking at the scores right now, and Gigi Donnarumma got a 6.4 rating today. I don't know why he got a 6.4 rating, because that goal that he conceded right there was definitely not his fault, in my personal opinion. I think that was just bad marking right there by Milan, you know. And then most of AC Milan's back four got positive ratings. Theo Hernandez got a 7.0, Romagnoli 7.5, Kjaer 6.8, Dalot 6.7, Tonali got a 6.5, Kessie got a 7.1 rating. So a thing that you can see that Kessie has been the best player for Milan today. Brahim Diaz 6.9 rating, Krunic 7.3, Castillejo 7.4, Zlatan got a 6.7 rating, and you know, and Laxalt for Celtic got a 7.7 rating. So he got the highest rating out of any any Celtic player tonight. And AC Milan, they dominated time of possession more compared to Celtic. But Celtic surprisingly had more shots than Milan, but they only had 2 shots on target. Because the thing about Celtic is that their shooting today was just absolutely subpar. You know, that's just the way how I see it. Because they won more dribbles than Milan, but they lost more possession, but they won more duels and aerials. So I think it was a winnable game for Celtic, but just their performance in terms of finishing was just subpar. And the way how the standings currently look like, Lille are number 1, AC Milan are in second place. So I think that Lille Milan game is going to determine who's going to be able to maintain that top spot. So yeah. But I think I'm going to end the stream here because I got nothing much else to say except that, wow, what a win for AC Milan today. And I think that maybe I'm going to stream some Among Us on Twitch and all that stuff. If you guys want me to, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. My Twitch is below in the description box. And I hope you guys enjoyed this stream here. Keep up the amazing support, and talk to y'all later. Peace.